got to work with it. I got to call my brothers in the UD.
Protector first, warrior always.
We will never turn down anything. We'll find a way to get it done with
diving, jumping, shooting, every type of military facet.
Constantly, getting ready for deployment, deploying, coming back, seeing their families, getting ready for deployment, deploying, and then that cycle.
Out of mind. Sure, we have social media, and you might see updates and stuff like that, but knowing that it's centrally located here, and it gives you kind of that better word to mouth because you're interacting with, members almost every day.
And actually affect stuff at a personal level, I think is great.
One organization that's ever present, and that ever present organization is
The Navy Special Operations Foundation. Even though we do work together and you see each other every day, it's also good to have those events to kind of bring families together.
whether we're in uniform or out of uniform, we will achieve success.
There's so many assets, whether people are involved with the foundation or not, just networking to take care of somebody if needed.
INSOF, INSOF.
INSOF.
and soft.
Hello everyone, I'm Jim,
I'm Tegan. And I'm Paisley.
and we're here to show our support for INSOF. INSOF is Naval Special Operations Foundation, and they do a lot of great things for military members and their families, such as,
iFly and Top Golf.
we hope you can show your support by donating and running the virtual 5K race coming up. Thank you.
Most people who work in the military are considered superheroes. NSOF supports not only the superheroes, but their families too, like us. So, we're going to tell you a little bit what it's like to be a military child. As a military child, we move around a lot. So, we visit a lot of places. Australia, Japan, and Guam. Yeah, that tiny thing. Please support INSOFT. Thank you for watching this video. Because for the most part, you'll be supporting kids like us. And you can be a superhero too.
And thank you all so much for coming out and showing your support for NSOF's Never Forgotten 5K. My name is Susanna Fisher, and I have the honor and privilege of being the executive director of this incredible organization. I'd like to start off by thanking you all so much for participating today. From our amazing sponsors like R3, Go Ruck and Triton Ruck Club, DS Art, Prodigy, Skydive Suffolk, Solomon Lazar Realty, iFly, and Primal Vantage, just to name a few, to our team of dedicated volunteers, Justin Zerlich, Jesse Foreman, Teresa Mejia, and Jessica Flores, along with the entire rucking community, who really truly came out for this event. Thank you all so, so much. For those of you who may not be familiar with the Navy Special Operations Foundation, I'd like to share a bit of information about the amazing cause that you're here supporting today. NSOF was established in 2018 by current and former NSO operators and their spouses, with a passion to create a singular place where the NSO community can turn to and be provided with the tools necessary to thrive and overcome any challenges that they may face. We offer and fund a multitude of programs, from summer camps and getaways for recently deployed families, to providing immediate financial assistance to our Gold Star wounded and NSO members in need, to providing resume, interview coaching, webinars, and funding professional networking events for our warriors that are transitioning into the civilian workforce, and even providing wellness equipment and operator-only experiences, which promote resiliency for those that are affected by PTSD and TBI. Currently, NSOF is the only organization in existence that exclusively supports the Navy EOD and Navy diver community. And we believe that all NSO members across the board deserve complete access to programs, not just certain platoons depending on their mission sets. To date, Navy Special Operations Foundation has impacted over 3,600 NSO warriors and their families with more than $500,000 in vital programs and services. So this organization has made quite the tremendous impact on this remarkable community in such a short amount of time. But really, we've only scratched the surface. And I cannot stress enough that these service members and their families are amongst the most deserving of this kind of support. Support that they never had prior to 2018. Our annual 5K series and gala are our only major fundraisers, and they make up the majority of the funding that we use for these programs. The mandates and changes due to COVID-19 throughout this year and last, they could have been devastating to our organization. But you all stepped up. You not only saved the 5K event itself, but you turned it into an incredibly successful event. So this really means so much to NSOF and also the NSO community that we serve. Once again, thank you so much. I hope that you all enjoy our event and that this Memorial Day weekend, we take the time to remember the sacrifices made by our nation's heroes. Let's continue to ensure that our fallen heroes are never forgotten and that the families that they left behind are never neglected. Thank you, and have a safe and memorable Memorial Day.
Hi guys, welcome to the Navy Special Operations Never Forgotten 5K Memorial event and celebration. Thank you to all of our sponsors, Susanna mentioned some of them, including R3 Strategic Support Group, EOD owned O'Connor Woodworking, Prodigy Realty, and Skydive Suffolk, just to name a few. Also, I want to give a little shout out to Knucklehead Media Group for helping us broadcast this event today. I'm Jessie, one of your hosts for the event, and I wanted to tell you how the event's going to go today. So we're going to have this happening in two phases. We're going to kick it off with a never forgotten virtual 5K, followed by a celebration party. So it's a 5K your way, which means you can run it, you can walk it, you can ruck it, you could ride it, you could stroll it, you could swim it, you could paddle it, however you guys can think of doing a 5K, that's the way you're going to do it. And you guys can get crafty. So for some reason, if we haven't thought of a different way to do a 5K, you guys please put it in the Facebook comment section. Also, we're really excited this year because we are officially a Go Ruck event. So thank you to Go Ruck out there, and we have cool patches on their behalf. So for those of you guys that were like, hey, you know, I'm hanging out on a Saturday, had no plans for PT, and you're not planning on 5K today, it's totally fine. You have until May 31st to complete it. So you can push it off a little bit, right? Everyone, if you're like me, I'm a little bit last minute. So feel free to hang out with us during the broadcast. You can buy raffle tickets and chat with us via the comment section on our Facebook Live. We'd love, love, love for you guys to share your photos. We've gotten some already of you 5King. So use the hashtag on social media, neverforgotten5K, so we can grab them and repost them. And we already have some amazing ones that came in. So thank you to everybody who's already, like, you know, the overachievers who's already starting and have finished their 5K. So also for those of you guys that are on the coast, we are having impromptu get-togethers. So with our friends at Triton Ruck Club down in San Diego, over at Liberty Station at Stone Brewing, and also for our peeps on the East Coast, we have the NSOF team over there at New Realm Brewing Company. Thank you guys so much for hosting us there in Virginia Beach. But before we get too far into this thing, I wanted to give a shout out to Justin, our Marine Corps veteran over there at Knucklehead Media. He is the man behind the curtain, you guys, running this thing. So we're going to see how this crayon eater does. And Justin, if you do really well, yes, Justin, if you do really well, I have a nice little 3-pack of Crayolas for you. So something to shoot for, Justin. And also, just because we're getting this event going and kicking it off, I'm very excited to be hosting this event again. I call him my brother from another mother, here to heat things up. I'm coming from Huntington Beach, California. He's coming from Princeton, New Jersey. I'm going to welcome out here former EOD, Purple Heart recipient, Paralympian, 5-time gold medalist. And those are just his golds, you guys. Author of Fire in My Eyes, an American Warrior's Journey from being blinded on the battlefield to gold medal victory. And I like to say, Navy Special Operations Foundation spiciest board member, Brad Sriracha Snyder.
Thank you so much, Jesse. It's really an honor to stand next to you kind of virtually on today's event. Last year we had a lot of fun, and I'm really glad we're back at it again this year. I see we already sort of have an East Coast, West Coast kind of feud brewing with you out in Huntington Beach and me in Princeton. But again, I'm really excited for the program we have set up today. And I know you truly are the hostess with the mostest. I can say that with conviction.
Thanks, Brad. Thanks, Brad. I wanted to just kind of throw this out there. I was laughing because I was telling Brad earlier. I don't know if you guys are a little disappointed in what we're wearing. We're wearing our amazing blue shirts. I was like, Brad, the promo they did for us going live was a little bit. He's in his like shirtless doing his Olympic swim, official gold medal kind of picture. And I was wearing something for the night. So if you guys want to see us actually in those, I don't know about you going shirtless. We have a gala that we're going to talk to you guys about in a little bit. So we're excited to be sporting the NSOF shirts. Brad,
we're saving the spice for IRL.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. For the night. That's after hours. That's the after hours. Brad, hey, I have a question for you. So I kind of just highlighted on some of the things for your bio. Can you tell us, for those that maybe are seeing NSOF for the first time, or seeing you for the first time, can you tell us a little bit about more your experience pre and post incident or explosion, if you want to call it that?
Yeah, we can call it whatever you'd like. You could say shit blew up in my face. That's probably appropriately what happened. But I was a Navy EOD officer for 7 years. I graduated from the Naval Academy in 2006. Spent about the requisite year and a half in Florida doing our training. Then my first duty station was Mobile Unit 6 down in Charleston, South Carolina, where it was at the time. Deployed to Iraq with my team then, and then on return switched over to Mobile Unit 12. Did a deployment out of Mobile Unit 12, and at the tail end of that deployment in Afghanistan is when I stepped on, actually it was a midway through that deployment, I stepped on an IED. I was really lucky to be able to walk away from that blast. I remember kind of standing there waiting for the helicopter to come down, thinking that I wondered how long I'd be sort of out of the fight. I kind of remember telling one of my teammates, take a picture of me because I want to see what I look like when I come back. But the kind of tragedy of it, I guess, is that I didn't really know at the time that I would lose my vision. I'd find out pretty affirmatively 3 weeks later that the good news is I'd make a full recovery. The bad news is my vision wouldn't come back. That said, I'm not really one to give up too easily, and I think pretty quickly the opportunity to start participating in adaptive sports was laid out in front of me, and I had the opportunity to get into Paralympic sport really initially as a function of rehab. But I guess as luck would have it, I got injured in a Paralympic year, and the games were coming up in London, so there was a sense of urgency to make the team and kind of represent Team USA for the first time. And not only was able to do that, but I was able to win gold, as you mentioned. So it's been a real crazy ride, but it's really it's been an awesome one, and I'm really proud of the community I represent. I'm not the only one of us who's had some misfortune, but to a person, we've all been able to step up and do some amazing things post injury, and I'm proud to represent that community.
I love it. I love it. And I mean, I read your book too, by the way. So if you guys like want to learn more about it, he has a book called Fire in My Eyes that kind of lays it out. And so it's kind of cool. I feel like I have like a little more insight into Brad and who he is. I didn't read the book till after we hosted a couple events because I was like, I was like a lot of pressure. This guy's won like medals. He's done all this stuff. He's an author. And I'm like, and it's me. So I was like, I'm not going to read the book till after. So it's a really great book. If you guys want to learn more about it, more about Brad, you should definitely check out Fire in My Eyes. But Brad, so you had all this happening. Then when did you get involved with the Navy Special Operations Foundation? Because like you were there since day one. How did all of that come about?
Yeah, real quick. Thanks for the plug, Jesse. I appreciate it. I appreciate it on the book.
It's a good book.
Thanks. So an interesting kind of origin story on Navy Special Operations Foundation. I remember receiving a call from our founder, Joe Cockrell, and I'll be honest, my first reaction was, the last thing that the world needs is another veteran support organization. And I think my original intent was to talk Joe out of it. But Joe spent 45 minutes really leaning in on his passion and really kind of sharing his vision with me. And by the end of 45 minutes, I was sold. And really the thing that, I can't remember if Joe laid this out to me, but it definitely popped into my mind while we were talking. We lost someone near and dear to us in 2016. And I remember being down in Virginia Beach, at a bar with all of us together. And I remember being sort of, really emotional. Obviously we had just lost someone, but really at the same time, proud of such a cool, remarkable community. We really have, they say that when you're thinking about signing on the dotted line, they say you're going to serve with the best and the brightest. You're going to serve with the absolute best our country has to offer. And it's almost like a recruiting pitch, but it's absolutely true. And to stand in that room commemorating the person we had just lost, I thought, there really ought to be somebody who exists to A, support this group, but B, bring them together. And I think it's a tragedy that the only time that we all really got together at that point was to say goodbye to somebody. And what I really wanted to bring to NSOF was bringing us together regularly, having a flagpole in the ground that we can all rally around. To make sure everybody's supported, to make sure that there's a sense of community, and to make sure there's a kind of cohesive sense of pride amongst this remarkable group of people, both the operators themselves, but also importantly, their families as well. And it's so cool to listen to Susanna talk or listen to those videos at the beginning of this broadcast to really see what we've been able to do in the last 3 years. And I think it's come true, not only the galas, but the 5Ks. When COVID took away our ability to gather in person, we did it remotely. And I couldn't be more proud of what this organization's been able to achieve, in the last few years.
I love it. And I came on board, I think it was the year you guys did your first gala. That was since the beginning. I mean, and I was just like, who are these? I mean, my first conversation, so I'm a civilian, my first conversation with them was like, I did so much Googling. I do events for the military. So I had a foundational sense of like, sort of what to expect. But then I was like, what I was like Googling like everything else from there and just trying to like have them explain to me who they represented and who fell under the, the umbrella and really great stuff. And I had like a lot of questions of like, so like with Joe's story, because Joe's been done all of these incredible, amazing things. And I was like, okay, so you did this, you did it. Well, why did you want to defuse bombs? Like, you just like that's some next level, like pressure kind of thing. Cause he's an FMF corpsman, like he's done all this other great things. And I was like, wait, what are you? And so it's really kind of interesting to be able to spend some time with the EOD community, the Navy dive community, and your guys' family and family members and stuff. And what like Brad said, like what an amazing group of people. And I've just loved to see you guys grow. One of my questions for you though, Brad, is over these past 3 years, what, with all the amazing things that you've said, Susanna said, and I love the kids that we're talking about, the iFly and all the kids events, what initiative are you most proud of? I know it's hard probably to pick one.
Well, I'm really, I think if we achieve one thing as an organization, this memorial project that we just laid out is probably the pinnacle of what we could achieve. And I think it represents everything that we just talked about. But if you haven't checked it out, anybody who's doesn't know what I'm talking about when I say the NSO Memorial Project, go to the nsof.org website and check it out. It's been a long time in the making because it requires quite a bit of approvals and working hand in hand with the EOD Association as well as the military. But we are well on our way into getting a permanent memorial built on Little Creek that represents the history of the NSO community, to include the EOD community and Navy divers. It's a remarkable project. It includes amazing art and history from our long history, our community. And the way I kind of look at it is it sort of represents this sort of past, present, and future of our community. For the past, it honors everybody that we've lost. It honors our history, our sort of evolution from, Draper Kaufman and World War.
Ooh, did we just lose Brad?
Petition, so on and so forth. And for the present, a lot of us have like I just told you, we were all gathering to say goodbye to somebody. We've lost friends along the way. And I think it's, those wounds don't heal easily. And for many of us, those wounds are not healed or may never heal. And we wanted to present a place for us to say goodbye or to honor our friends, or honor our brothers or our sisters who have been lost on the battlefield. And the memorial gives us a space to do that. And then for the future, I remember when I was a midshipman at the Naval Academy, I got to visit Little Creek. And we were in like a 15 passenger van, and we drove by Group 2, the Group 2 building. And up at the top of that building was this giant EOD crab badge. And I didn't know what it was at the time, but I thought, whoever works in that building must be pretty cool, because their badge is huge and it's up at the top of the building. And that's the only building like that on Little Creek that I knew of. And I kind of knew that the seed was planted for me as a young buck. I want to work in that building. I want to do whatever it is that those weirdos are doing. And I think that this memorial serves that as well. The midshipmen or the recruits, people who walk by, are going to look into that memorial and say, what's that all about? And they're going to walk through and they're going to read the plaques and they're going to read the names and they're going to understand the history of this remarkable community. And I got to tell you, like, again, if we accomplish one thing in the history of the NSO, putting together this memorial is going to be the best thing I think we achieve, at least for the short term. And I'm really proud of it.
I love that. I love that idea of, like you said, accounting for the past and having something for the future and having something that lives on for everybody to see and never forget. And I know Brad Speed cut out there for a minute. So if you guys are interested in helping and putting a pledge together, you guys can go to the website. Like Brad said, it's nsof.org. So really great. You can see all the photos that Justin kind of popped in there during the feed and see more of like what we're up to. And it's really, really great. I say what we're up to. I included myself in there, what NSOF is up to. So Brad, also, I wanted to say, like, because you have this amazing sense of giving back to the community and all these things that you're doing, as far as the Navy Special Operations Foundation and all these community endeavors you've done so far, your service to the military. And I find it really fascinating because to me, it's like who you are is to give back. Can you tell us a little bit about how it is serving the United States community as, you know, an Olympian, a Paralympian, and then what it's like to maybe be on Team USA and any favorite moments.
Yeah, so I think when you go through something like serving in the military or serving in a special group like we are within the NSO community, you really are just, you know, indelibly imbued with all of these concepts about your efforts and your work going towards service is the best thing you could possibly do. And I firmly believe that. And I really think the most gratifying efforts I've ever made were in service to something, whether it was to the defense of our country or, like you said, now being able to transition into representing Team USA. And in fact, I think that was one of the harder parts about, you know, reconciling my injury. Sure, not being able to see is tough, but not being able to serve was tougher. And so I found a lot of, you know, solace or excitement from the opportunity to continue my service as a leader, as an example to follow, as a member of Team USA. And that was absolutely embodied in the moments I've had up on the podium, where I love the podium moment because everyone sort of views it differently. But for me, the individual part of it is very quick. They announce your name, they put a medal around your neck, people cheer, but immediately after that, they do something really even more powerful. And that's to play our national anthem, and it's to raise raise our flag higher than all the other flags in that arena. And I remember standing at attention, listening to that anthem play, feeling so proud to be such a small part of an amazing community. And I know that those 50 stars and those 13 stripes represent something so much bigger than myself. And again, it's my greatest gratification to be able to serve that idea, the idea of liberty, the idea of being an American. And I hope to continue to do that as long as I live.
Oh, so amazing. Thank you for sharing that with us. Like, I was telling you last year, like you said, the anthem and, you know, just being a viewer. And I think more of us can relate to being a viewer than standing on the podium and receiving the gold. But like, as a viewer, you feel like, you know, like you're yelling for the athletes, like you're there. Like my husband thinks I'm crazy. I'm like, oh, like I'm yelling at the screen, like, go, go, go. And as a viewer, I just think when we have an athlete who wins, like you said, and is standing there on the podium playing the national anthem, like I get teared up. Like I'm so proud, and I didn't even do the work that went into getting you there, right?
Like, that's what I love. That's what I love about that so much is that everybody stops. Mm-hmm. Everybody stands at attention. Everybody puts their hand over their heart. Everybody listens to that song and listens to that flag. It doesn't matter who won, or it doesn't matter who did the swimming or the triathlon or the running or the 5K. Like you said, it's 5K your way. And then when we're done, or as we're about to do at the beginning, we're all going to stand up. We're all going to stand together as a community and render honors to the past, the present, and the future of an idea that we all hold dear.
I love it. And speaking of the national anthem, if you guys would please stand and join us, we're going to kick the event off the right way. We have the lovely Swing It Girls from Pinups on Tour who's going to sing the national anthem, which will be followed by a moment of silence. So please join us.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was
Thank you. Thank you, Justin, for putting that together. And thank you to the amazing Swing It Girls for that beautiful, beautiful rendition of the national anthem. So, Brad, let's go ahead for those people who were planning on 5K, release them to do their PT. Do you have a few words of maybe motivation that you want to tell everybody before we send them off?
Yeah, I think I think the most important thing about today and the Never Forgotten 5K is we're here in the true spirit of Memorial Day is to remember those we've lost. It's personal for a lot of us. I had the opportunity to talk to an officer down at EOD school who wanted to present about Tyler Trahan. And I had the opportunity to talk to her for about 45 minutes about my best friend, my brother, who we lost in 2009. And at the end of the call, she said, thank you for your time. And I thought, no, thank you for asking. I wish people would ask me about Tyler more often. But I started to think about that. I think it's important for us to remember. It's important to think about those we've lost. But if, thinking about myself, if we were to have lost me, the thing I would want everyone to do is keep on charging, keep on moving. You can talk about those we've lost all day long, but I think honoring them with action is the best way we can honor their memory. And I know Tyler would say the same thing. So in honor of those we've lost, to keep their memory alive, I commit us to at least a 5K, and you can do it any way you want. So runners, take your mark, get set, go!
Nice. Nice. Brad, I want to do a little visual interpretation for you. So you are a dragon, I am a unicorn, but what my favorite part is we're beating the shadow runner guy, like at the bottom of the screen. So like you're in first place, I'm the silver medalist, and the human is like to the end of us. So
that's right. All right.
We wanted just to say a little shout out to U.S. Marine Corps veteran Scott. He is so great. If you guys have never heard of the Scooter Brown Band, that's Scott, and he's a veteran, Marine Corps veteran. So thank you for letting us use your American, what is that American Sun song? And the only thing I was saying is like, he says he's never going to run. I'm like, okay, if you don't run, that's fine, but you better walk it. You better ruck it. Like you better 5K.
However you want to do it. That's however you want to do it.
And what I was going to tell you guys too is just as a reminder, this event's going to take place in 2 parts. You can 5K your way, and we're going to do a celebration party. So I'm going to be 5K'ing my way for the event, which is here cheering you on with a drink. And Brad, do you want to tell them how long they have if they want to 5K on a different day?
Yeah, exactly. You have until Monday, May 31st to get your 5K done. And I meant to say this earlier, but what I'm going to do, we were talking about the NSO Memorial earlier, and I told you how proud I am of the memorial. Right now, we're not actively fundraising around it, but we are accepting pledges. So I personally am going to pledge $1 for every K registered today. So that for every person's 5K, no matter how you did it, if you knitted it, you rucked it, you walked it, you swam it, so long as you registered a 5K, I'll donate $1 for every one of those Ks, or I'll pledge $1 towards the memorial project. And
Amazing.
I'm doing that. I hope to kind of guilt you guys into pledging as well. So you can pledge. You can pledge to your mother. You can pledge to me. You can preferably pledge on the website nsof.org. But we're accepting pledges for that memorial project. Or if you don't want to pledge to the memorial project, you're welcome to donate to this actual 5K. I believe there's a donate button on the actual broadcast itself.
Amazing. Thank you, Brad. Like, oh, that's awesome. So get out there, like Brad said, and do your 5K your way. Also on the NSOF.org page, You guys, there's a rucking option, which is super great. So if you go to register for the 5K, there's a drop down that you can select for the rucking division. And they give you these super cool patches because, like I said, we're officially a Go Ruck event. And we have our own very exclusive NSOF Go Ruck patch. Those are going to be sent out for those of you guys that got your rucking package early, but you registered as a rucker. They have your names, and the Go Ruck patches came out a little bit later. So we're going to go ahead and ship those out to you guys soon. So you guys will have those as well. And we also had these cool Triton Ruck Club patches. Justin, if you have Brad has one right here. Is this your Go Ruck bag, Brad?
Yes. So I just want to caveat, GoRuck did not pay me to do any of this. But I actually happen to really like GoRuck. And
Yes.
I have my Wolf Gray 26-liter GR1 right here that I use for my daily activities. And I have my Trident Ruck Club patch here for the 5K event. Never Forgotten 5K on here, sporting it proudly on my GoRuck. I just want to say thank you so much to GoRuck for being a sponsor of this event. Totally cool sponsor. I'm so proud to have them on board as well.
Awesome. And while everybody is off running, walking, rucking, Brad and I will be here holding down the fort. And we have a really great event lined up for you guys, including some Patriots joining us via video in what we're calling a montage series. So, Brad, do you want to maybe kick off or tell us a little bit about like why you guys decided to do like a montage series or what that is exactly for those before we start to get into them?
Yeah, so like we talked about, the NSO community is very resilient. And when we last year had to pull the plug on a real 5K, or at least in real life one, we decided to drive participation. We'd ask for tribute videos. Who are you running for? And we've got incredible participation from all kinds of folks from all over the world, including a handful of celebrities, all kind of issuing their support for this initiative, remembering who they're running for, like I was talking about running for Tyler or running for your spouse or something along those lines. We've gathered those videos from all over the world and we've set them up in a handful of montages. So I'm proud. I don't know if Justin's willing to kick us off for the first montage of tribute videos.
Absolutely. So Justin's going to kick it off for the first series, but we are going to, speaking of celebrities, it's going to open with, he's so great. He came to the event last year and did like one of the breakout rooms with us. So we're really happy to have him back and such an amazing supporter. Justin, go ahead and kick off the montage series with Randy Couture, everybody.
Someone said he's a natural.
What's up, everybody? It's Randy Couture. Hey, wanted to give a special shout out to all of our Navy EOD that we've lost over the years. It's a weekend to remember and celebrate their lives, celebrate their service, and celebrate all the folks that they saved through their service. So thank you guys very much. All the best to you. Have an amazing Memorial weekend. Be well.
So I'm running the Never Forgotten 5K in support of NSOF and the EOD community, Navy EOD community, and that it takes us back to our roots, right? Remembering that we are a brotherhood and sisterhood of EOD techs across the force, and we're there for the guys that are on the wall, and also they're there in support of us in the event that we ever are on the wall, and we are never forgotten.
My name is Jerry Holmes, aka JMFH. Since 2006, U.S. Navy EOD has put 21 names on the memorial wall. Each of these brave men were exceptional in their own way. Each of these men paid the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom, and each of these men made a tremendous impact on the lives they touched, both personally and professionally. This year, I'll be running the Navy Special Operations Foundation Never Forgotten 5K in honor of all 21 of my fallen EOD brothers.
Hi friends, Nurse Robin here, United States Army veteran and community advocate. I'm doing a 5K my way this year in Santee, San Diego at the Walker Preserve. It's a beautiful location to get 5K in. Join me in celebrating Memorial Day on behalf of the Naval Special Operations Foundation. This year, I'm dedicating my 5K to my grandfather who passed away prior to me being born. He served in the United States Army and was held captive for 18 months in North Korea, later passing away of alcoholism. Join me in honoring those that served before us and are no longer with us. Thank you for all of your support. I'll be finishing my 5K across the way at BNS Brewery which is a local business that supports active duty and local veterans. Thank you. Happy Memorial Day.
I'm running the Never Forgotten 5K for our brothers on the wall, the people who have gone before us, and the Naval Special Operations Foundation itself, to hopefully promote our community and project who we are for the future.
I'm supporting the Never Forgotten 5K because the EOD community is a lot bigger than just us right now. It's about those who've gone before us and those who will be there after us. It's about selfless service and sacrifice to the country. And at the end of the day, it's the people to the left and right of us that make this community so great.
I'll be running in the memory of Scotty Dayton and Chris Reed.
I'm Julie Hammerton, and we're hiking the 5K in Colorado in honor of my brother-in-law, as well as all of the fallen NSO heroes.
Hi, my name is Monica Wilson, President of the VFW Auxiliary Post 1513 in Escondido. The VFW Auxiliary is one of the nation's oldest veteran service organizations. Our members are relatives of those who have served in overseas combat. Every year, we donate our time and we fundraise for charitable projects that benefit military personnel, veterans, and their families. This year, as we observe Memorial Day, we remember and honor those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. Myself and my husband, Wayne Wilson, of Vet Together, will be walking our virtual 5K for the Navy Special Operations Foundation virtual 5K.
Yeah, I wanted to say happy Memorial Day, and I wanted to thank everybody out there who participated in this year's Never Forgotten 5K race series. I want to send a special shout out to our Rucking community partners who made this year such a big success. It's really a privilege for us to all get to come out here, pour a little bit of sweat, run, bike, swim, ruck, whatever your flavor is, and remember all those warriors who've gone before us and paid the ultimate sacrifice. That's what this weekend's all about. And again, I wanted to thank everybody for participating and be a part of remembering all of our brothers and sisters. Thank you again. God bless.
So great. Oh my gosh. Thank you to everybody who submitted a video. It's so overwhelming and exciting to hear what everybody's up to, who they're running for. And you guys heard it. It's all across the country from both sides of the coast. I heard Florida. I heard there's some San Diego people. So we just love that it's kind of everywhere, Brad. And then, I don't think he said his name. Do you want to talk about who the last person they showed with the sunglasses were? Yeah, go ahead.
That fella huffing and puffing at the end there. That's Joe Cockrell, our founder. I'm proud to have served with Joe when I was active duty, but also I'm proud to have worked with him in getting NSO off the ground. And I think nobody has put more effort towards this organization than Joe. It really, we're really where we are because of his vision, because of his effort, because of his passions. And I'm really grateful. I think we all should be grateful to Joe for getting this going. And now I think it's all of our duty to kind of keep it going in the way that we had originally had drawn up a few years ago. So super proud of Joe. Great job on your 5K. And I just want to say it's incredibly inspirational to see how wide and far this initiative has reached. Honestly, I think even when we go back to doing these in person, that the ability to touch the global community is really a cool part of this. And I want to figure out a way to keep it going. I'm excited to say that's not all. We have more.
I love it. That's not all. We have more. And this was so great. Like I said, I got to learn a lot. I love working with the military because I get to learn so many different people and so many different heroes and people who serve, like who aren't even a U.S. citizen, who served our community to help keep our service members safe during the battlefield. And the next montage series we're going to kick it off with is a man he's an Iraqi interpreter. His name is Johnny Walker. He served with the Navy SEALs, and he's done over 1,000 missions with the U.S. military. Justin, can you cue up the second montage series?
My name is Johnny Walker, Iraqi who is worked with Navy SEAL for more than 5 years and also Special Forces, more than 1,000 missions. Thanks God still alive. I am here to give my support to Navy Special Operation Foundation. Legit people care about this nation, love and support always for them. And also I want to give a huge thank to my brother EOD Mark. He is the one why I am still alive. Thank you guys.
I'm running the Never Forgotten 5K to link the EOD operators of the past to the EOD operators of the future, upholding the titans that have gone before us and hopefully bringing their legacy forward to the guys yet to come.
Hi, this is Teresa and Mark Mejia, and we are actually biking the INSOF Never Forgotten 5K.
We're participating in the 5K in memory of all the EOD techs from the Korean and Vietnam conflict. You will never be forgotten. Hooyah.
I'm running the INSOF 5K in remembrance of the guys on the wall and to raise awareness for the EOD community.
Hi, I'm Wayne with Vet Together. Vet Together is a group of veterans for veterans. We gather at least once a month at a veteran-owned establishment here locally in San Diego. The reason why we gather is we want to make sure that every single person is not stuck at home doing nothing, stuck on the couch, just playing video games all day. We need to make sure that you get out and get with your fellow brother or sister, okay? Our motto is find your new unit and check in. That means when you get out of the military, you need to get out, find something that interests you, and fully attack that interest. Check into that new unit. With that being said, this Memorial Day, I'm going to be supporting the Navy Special Operations Foundation virtual 5K by walking my 5K, to be quite honest, because I'm a little light duty commando at the moment. I want every single one of you to get off the couch and join me in supporting the Navy Special Operations Foundation's virtual 5K. Get out there, join me, walk, run, do whatever you gotta do whatever you can do. Join me. Semper Fi.
My name is Pat McLean. I'll be running the Navy Special Operations Foundation Memorial 5K this year in honor of my friend, Master Chief EOD John Siegel. John was the guy that my generation, everyone wanted to be like. He was a gifted operator. He was super intelligent, incredibly intuitive, but most notably, he was an amazing leader. He was so passionate about taking care of his sailors. He was a trusted mentor and beloved by enlisted and officer alike. He really was the very best of us. John wasn't killed in combat, but he was definitely a victim of combat. He fought demons for the longest time, unbeknownst to any of us. And he took his own life on October 6, 2012, and none of us saw it coming. So I'm running this year for Master Chief John Siegel in support of NSOF in the hope that we'll be able to together provide support for anyone else in need. Here's to you, John. You'll never be forgotten.
Hey guys, Dan Owens here. I'm running this year's Never Forgotten 5K in honor of Tyler Trahan. I was a Mobile Unit 12 with Tyler. I was on his same team in 2009 when he was killed in Fallujah. And this 5K put on by NSOF is going out to you, brother. Hooyah.
I'm Harvey Fisher, and I'll be doing this year's Navy Special Operations Foundation Never Forgotten 5K in honor of all those that we've lost over the years. I especially want to memorialize the 6 men we lost at Mobile Unit 11 in 2007 in Iraq. I also want to honor Joe Clooney and Christopher Reed. I was with Joe in 2009 in Iraq, and Joe was with me during the darkest, most uncertain times of my career. Christopher Reed was the best operator I ever known. He was there during the invasion of Iraq, during Red Wings, and countless other operations for our country. We lost these 2 giants amongst men far too early, but not because combat, but because they lost their battle to cancer. I miss my brothers every day. Until we meet again.
Wow, Brad, like, can you tell us, when I hear, what I hear from that is, you know, like very sad, like, right? Because I come from like the civilian side and I hear a lot of like sadness and a lot of, you know, families that have maybe, you know, lost somebody, are down, you know, a mother or father. When you hear that, Brad, because I know, you know, some of these people that all of these people were so generous to share, you know, their thoughts, their love with us. And it takes a lot. Like, I imagine that, you know, that was a lot for somebody to step up. So can you just kind of give us a recap on what you think?
Well, I think it's a big part of what we're here to do. I think that they say that, you know, you die twice. You die the first time you actually die, like you're stricken down on the battlefield or you lose your battle with cancer or whatever else. And then you die for the second time, the last time someone says your name. And I think what's important for us is, for those we know, for Tyler Trahan, for Scotty Dayton, for John Siegel, it's really important for us to keep saying their name and keep remembering them, because we keep them alive in that way. And I think it's important for us, for who are still living. You know, we have ties to them. We have a culture. We have a community, and it's really a part of who we are, to keep them alive, to keep them appreciated, to make sure that we still remember and we feel grateful for their sacrifice. So. And, you know, if we don't have the opportunity to come together like this on a Memorial Day, then, you know, those names kind of just go into the shadows. So I think this is a really cool component of what we're doing. And these tribute videos are important. And I appreciate Harvey and Pat and Dan and everybody else who put out those tribute videos. It's important for us to keep saying the names of those we've lost, so we remember and so we live better in honor of their sacrifice.
I love that. I love that. And also I want to just kind of like add on to that. Wayne Wilson, he has Vet Together down in San Diego, the Marine, who's like Semper Fi. I think that's like, honestly, like, I love that we have these organizations that are here to like help support us, that are partnering with us, because he's one of them. And like you said, find your new unit. Like, when you get out, find your new unit. And that's literally what he did. And so just like you said, like bringing everybody together and you know, supporting each other, especially with a day like Memorial Day coming up. So we really appreciate everybody who sent videos. We are so appreciative, Brad. I wanted just to tell you about some people some of the racers that are coming in, because they posted some beautiful like quotes with what they did. So firstly, we just heard on the Facebook comment section that Wilson Munoz just finished. So thank you, Wilson, for participating.
Good job, Wilson.
Congratulations. So I wanted just to shout out some ruckers that we had. One of them, he didn't have the fastest time. So sorry, Greg, but I'll tell you, I really liked his quote. This is amazing. But Greg did 2 back-to-back, it sounds like. So Greg Webb, he posted 35.18. So that's 35 minutes, 18 seconds, right? And he said he rucked first, and then he said he dropped his rucksack and he ran immediately after another 5K for Chesty. So I don't know if Greg is a Marine Corps veteran or not. But what I love is honest thing he said. He put a quote with his post that he sent us, which was from John 15:13. It says, "Greater love has no one than his to lay down one's life for one's friends." And I thought that was really incredible. So thank you, Greg, for sharing. Then we also have Robert Grob, who went with F3 Gold Rush. They're like a workout fitness group, and his time was 34.36. Nice. And then we also have Rocktown Ruck there in Virginia, and they posted something. We reposted it on our Instagram. So make sure you guys are using the hashtag NeverForgotten5K. And there's so many great ones, but the last one I wanted to just give a little shout out to was Janet O'Neill, and her son's active duty Navy EOD, and her time was good. She did 47:13, 29:38. So Brad,
Nice, Janet.
I know. And wait, okay, and I have to do the fastest time so far because Paul's gonna be like, "What about me?" Okay, I don't know if he would, but like Paul, if you're watching, okay. So Paul, I'm gonna butcher your last name, Paul Escadio. I'm sorry, Paul, but Paul got a 29:36, and he put in there. That was with a 20-pound plate on. So dang, Paul. Dang, Paul. That sounds, I don't know, because I'm not big into fitness. But that sounds pretty amazing. Then Brad, okay, so what was, I got to put my medal on. So we're now officially going into the celebration portion of the NSOF. Like if Brad's giving me a golf clap for my medal, then I'll tell you how I earned it later. That golf clap is pretty much all I deserve. So Brad, though, you and Sarah, your lovely wife, Sarah, you guys did the 5K. What was your guys' time?
Well, I'm really proud to brag on Sarah. So when we started dating 3 years ago, I kind of told her, I'm an athlete, and she's like, yeah, me too. And I was like, yeah, but I'm like a Paralympic athlete. She's like, yeah, sure, that's great. And I was like, so I work out like a lot. And she's like, yeah, I know, I'll do that too. So she kind of like from day one jumped right into some pretty lengthy and arduous workouts with me. And she's gone from not really ever 5K to running 6-minute pace or so. So she has, we tether run. She actually guide runs me, and we did our 5K in about 20 minutes. And she, on our workouts, she'll routinely run, sub 6:30. So I'm really proud of Sarah, and Sarah and I put together our own little tribute video for our 5K this year.
I love it. Justin, can you load up their him and Sarah's video?
We're running our 5K together, and we're running in honor of all those we've lost during the coronavirus pandemic over the last year.
But we're also running in hopes that the next year will be the best one yet.
Good luck, runners.
That's so cute.
She's cute.
So cute, you guys. Okay. And then, so I did a 5K my way, which was I went down to Mission Bay with my husband in San Diego and paddleboarded. And so we did a video. Two things. One is, he's on a paddleboard taping me, and I'm like, do not drop my iPhone into the bay, right? So that was one thing. But the second thing is, what's hilarious is that I'm like the opposite of you and Sarah, right? So Sarah's all like, yeah, like you're saying, like, oh, she's like, I'll work out, I'll do this. So I do that in my own, I do it, but not like that. So my husband's always like, your bar for Sarah set really high. My husband's bar for me on a paddleboard, it's my first time. And knowing my fitness level, he's like, is really low. So me just not falling in, you'll see the video. He's like, good job. Like, he's like, but he's like genuinely excited for me to do like nothing. He's like, that's amazing. I'm like, okay, I just turned the paddleboard slightly to like, to go a different direction. I did literally nothing. And he's like, good job. She's not falling. So anyways, Justin, can you please cue up my video of paddleboarding my way, please? For 5K my way. In dedication to my Papa Joe, World War II Navy pilot and 5 o'clock cocktail hour connoisseur. I'm gonna 5K my way with my version of paddleboarding.
You got that.
All right, so I'm gonna go paddleboarding.
You paddling?
I'm paddling. This is me paddleboarding. Where's my Mai Tai?
Where's my Mai Tai?
Don't you have ballots for this?
You're doing good.
Next level stuff right there. Next level. Far away. Actually, that one chick, she did push-ups. Let me try that. Hold on. Hold on. If I fall, we're gonna crop it out. Okay? Just so that everyone's on the same page. All right. Okay. Here we go. You did it like that, right? You locked it. Do you smell marijuana out here?
I smell some Mary Joe.
Marijuana. I hope I don't lose my paddle. Sorry, that's what I did. What if we start with the plank? Okay.
Hold the plank. And one push up.
And now I have to tell you, I can't even do boy push up when I'm on regular ground. Oh.
Good job.
Wait. I'm gonna do girl push up. Whoa, look at that. Boom. Boom. Yes, mama. All right, that's all I got. That's next level paddleboarding here with the yoga. Stretch out my hamstring.
Oh, there you
Stretch out
go.
my hamstring. This is the yoga pose. Asana Baka Sma.
Well, now the sun's coming out.
Thank you.
You got it.
Love you. So cute. He's a little Dachshund buddy. So cute. Oh my gosh, I can't. He's adorable. So yeah, that was my version. Thank you. The golf clap is pretty much all about all I deserve for that. Like it was interesting because when we were in Mission Bay, like it was such an eclectic thing. So we saw Dotson on like with a little vest on. Some guy was like paddleboarding with his little dog. And then like there were some, because I know you can't see, there was some serious, like there was a yoga class. So there was literally, Brad, a class of women, like 5 or 6 women on their paddleboards doing yoga, like on the paddleboard. And then this other lady was doing squats and push-ups. So I was like, let me try and do a push-up, but I can't really do push-ups. Anyway, so I do like the knee one. That's why I was like, girl push-ups. But all the women who can do regular push-ups are like, no, those are sucky push-ups, Jesse. Call them Jesse push-ups. And so it was really kind of cool. But so we were excited to get out there. Like you said, you just do your own thing. But Brad, speaking of amazing Olympians, Justin and I are so excited that you're still in the running to make the Tokyo Olympic team. So Justin and I have a tradition since this is our second annual 5K. And by the way, if you guys are just joining us, we ran our 5K. This is a celebration portion of the Navy Special Operations Foundation 5K. It's officially begun. So we're wrapping up. Races are coming in. And so Brad, so Justin and I were like, okay, we need to make you a motivational video, like sort of like, to keep you moving so that you make the Tokyo Olympic team. Would you like to see it, Brad?
I'm afraid to say yes, but yes.
Yeah, because you need to say it. Hit it, Justin. Amazing. Okay, Brad, before you tell me what you think, I'll give you the visual recap. So basically, last year we did Marvel. This year it's DC. And so it's the Justice League. And they're at the very end of the movie, everyone is standing on the mountainside. And so it's your face in every version of like the Justice League. So you're the Flash, you're Batman. So Batman, we just see your big red beard. Like, how Batman's like his massive. You're Superman. My favorite is you make a very lovely Wonder Woman. We even have the little headbands on your head. And then we were dying because Aquaman has this long flowing hair and it's like seriously blowing in the breeze. Like they probably had some amazing fan going for him. And it's like your lovely locks are like blowing in the breeze.
Well, it might have been me. I actually had some pretty long COVID locks there.
It might have been. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. So what do you think? Do you think this is going to be great motivation?
Yeah, it sounds pretty epic. I'm going to put it on the website.
I love it. And for those of you just joining us, you're not watching the deleted scenes from Zack Snyder's cut of the Justice League. We're actually having a celebration after party for the 5K Never Forgotten virtual event. And what was so great about doing the DC, I feel like I brought this into existence just when you think things couldn't get any better. Our friend Ray Porter, who plays Darkseid, is here to say a few words. Justin.
Hey, I'm Ray Porter. I play Darkseid in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now, I understand that the theme of the day is 5K, 5,000 is something. As me, I would probably start by saying thank you about 5,000 times. Make that 10,000. Make that 1,000,000. But Darkseid, I think Darkseid would want to do something real special for the day. Something like, I will turn 5,000 worlds to dust. Something like that.
Isn't that so amazing? I love it. I love it. Okay. And then it was so great. So as part of the Navy Special Operations Foundation, I do want to say that we do not endorse turning 5,000 worlds into dust. So no, I'm just kidding. I'm like, if our lawyers were there, they'd be like, that we don't condone that, Darkseid. But then what was also incredible was he got us together with Cyborg. So do we have the video of Ray Fisher?
How's it going? This is Ray Fisher, aka Cyborg in Zack Snyder's Justice League. First, I want to say thank you for your service, and I want to let you know that I'll be doing 5K of some boxing.
Isn't that great? So Ray, I was like beyond floored. So I was like, okay, DC Comics, both the Rays actors. So I'm going to throw this out there, Brad, for next year's 5K and Soft 5K. So we need to go back to Marvel because Marvel didn't send us anybody. No actors came out. So we got the Rays for DC. I want next year, I'm putting it out into existence, so I'm sure you guys know one of them. I want the Chris's. Am I right? So I want Chris Pratt, Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans. So like, let's throw that into existence and create that for next year's. Okay.
I don't think my network expands that far, but we'll see what we can do.
We see, like, you just start somewhere. Someone knows somebody, right?
Yeah.
So we're excited. And for you guys who still wanted to participate in the event, you guys can still do so. Brad, when's the time that they have again to participate?
Yeah, so you guys didn't miss the boat. You know, we're in celebration mode right now, but you still have until Monday.
All right. It looks like we might have
I'll donate or pledge $1 to the NSO Memorial. So please, if you feel any inclination whatsoever, if you have any kind of idea on how you want a 5K, you have until Monday. Give us a video, put it on Instagram, hashtag NeverForgotten5K, and then be sure you let me know so I can, up my pledge.
I love it. I love it. And thank you for your pledge for the NSO Memorial. And then Brad, speaking of 5King, I heard that you are hanging up your swim panties and taking on a new Olympic sport.
Yeah, I know the hanging up the swim panties disappoints you amongst others, but we have less to auction off at the gala, I guess.
Yes.
I've switched over to Paralympic triathlon. So I'll be doing, I've been racing as a triathlete now for 3 years and still trying very hard to make the Tokyo team. I've got 2 races, actually got a race next Saturday. So I'll be about 27.5K racing in England for a triathlon next week. Super excited about it. Don't believe what you read in the newspapers. I believe that the Olympics and Paralympics will happen in Japan. So, I'm excited for it. And if you guys want to check it out, you can look at either my Twitter or my Instagram, or just go to NBC or wherever else it's going to be covered.
Amazing. He's very athletic, you guys. So I always tell people, don't be intimidated. Play to your strengths. At least that's what I tell myself. Everything, play to my strengths. So if you're like me and have a different skill set, you can still help raise money for the NSOF Foundation. It's in your own way. So we had some ideas for that. I think, Brad, you were saying doing like a 5K in their own city or something, right?
Yeah, we're any way that you want to do it. And if you guys want to host your own 5K in your own city, as you saw in some of the tribute videos, some people work for different organizations, different VFWs, or want to promote different organizations that support vets, whether it's the local pub or wherever else. However you guys want to do your own fundraiser, we want to help support you. So get in touch with us and let's get it done however you want to do it.
I love it. And for those of you guys that have absolutely no athletic skills, you don't need any. So like a really fun example of a fundraiser that NSOF put on was back in November, where we did the Movember Mustache Challenge. And I'm very excited because I placed third. So I guess you could say I'm like a bronze medalist, Brad, right?
See, basically anybody can contribute. But,
I know.
How did you grow a mustache?
Well, it was an emoji mustache. They didn't say they had to be organically grown. And honestly, the entire time I was raising money, I kept saying, oh my God, it'll be so great if I beat out these operators with the best mustache. I am going to never let any of them live it down. So you guys are lucky that I did place third instead of first. But Justin, do you have the Movember Mustache Challenge video with the finalists? And can we just focus on the bronze medalists at some point as well? There we go. There we go. So, Brad, I know you can't see mine. So I'm in an American flag corset and I have this knife hand, like the big foamy hands. It's from Ranger Up and it says knife hand on it. So it's really fun. And then I put like a blue mustache on. So we really are so thankful. There it is. We're so thankful for everybody who came out and, and helped us raise money. And so like Brad said, however you guys want to do it, you do your version of it, right?
Real quick, Jesse, do you think you're better at growing a mustache or paddleboarding?
Well, the mustache was definitely easier since I just dropped it onto my face, so I did have to edit it. So for those of you that don't know, you probably the team knows I have no sort of digital skill at all. So they're always helping walk through. So I would have to say definitely the paddle boarding, but I didn't fall in, knock on wood. So
yeah, very good.
Yeah.
If facial hair or sports aren't really your thing, there's different ways that you can contribute. And if you're anything like me, since the COVID pandemic, we've started ordering copious amounts of everything off of Amazon.com. And if you want to, you can go to Amazon Smile. And the NSOF is one of the registered charities within Amazon Smile. So for every purchase you make on Amazon, you literally don't have to do anything extra. You don't have to donate any extra money. Just use Amazon as you normally would, but go in on Amazon Smile and register NSOF as your charity of choice. And Amazon will donate a portion of each purchase to NSOF.
Amazing.
When you shop at smile.amazon.com, Amazon donates 0.5% to your favorite charity. Visit and select Navy Special Operations Foundation as your designated charity. Donations like the ones received through Amazon Smile help Navy Special Operations Foundation ensure our operators and their families are provided with all the tools necessary to overcome any challenges that they may face and let them know that they are never alone in the fight. This foundation was founded in memory of all our brothers who have paid the ultimate sacrifice in defense of this nation. Formed by active or former members and their spouses, our guiding principles are driven by the strong bonds created during nearly 2 decades of combat around the globe. We understand through our experience what our families and operators need so they can stay in the fight and persevere through the most difficult circumstances. Only purchases made at smile.amazon.com will result in donations. It's the same Amazon you know, same products, same prices, and same great service. Help NSOF make a difference today.
So great. I love that. And I use that, like Brad said, all the time. And like you said, you just follow the instructional video. You can YouTube it if you guys missed it. And you're literally just toggling something on. And then every time you just shop like regular, every time you see in your cart, it'll always say Navy Special Operations Foundation. So you know per item, like what's like being donated. So really, really cool stuff, very easy. And I have to say, Brad, shopping is another skill set that I have. So if you guys want to support us and spending money falls under your skill set, I'm so excited. We haven't really talked about it at all this time around, but the raffle tickets, you can win.
Yes.
We have some amazing Patriots, right, who donated some awesome swag, and you can purchase raffle tickets by going onto the website, gorallyup.com/neverforgotten5K raffle. And, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
I
Brad.
was going to say, I believe Justin's throwing that up, and let's go ahead and put our feet where, put our money where our feet are.
Yes. And you guys until next Friday, June 4th. Sorry, it's actually this coming Friday, June 4th. We'll be doing the drawing at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you guys get some raffle tickets. Justin's going to start showing us some amazing donations. So there's a lot of different things on there. This right here, it's so great. It's DS Art, really great Patriot. It's called the Mark V Jake. He has the scuba diver drawing as well as the EOD crab. This guy is so amazing, DS Art. You guys can go to his Facebook page. He has been donating stuff, these amazing drawings that he does. And 50% of everything, if the crab, if you guys purchase off his website, go back to NSOP. So really great. Another amazing Patriot right here, you're going to see it's Primal Tree Stands. It's this amazing camping tent. I know a lot of people have been like talking about that. So thank you so much to them. And like I said, you go to the website to get that. Then we have, we love this. This is Patriot Designs, Navy diver owned. And it's this wooden cool dive helmet that's like half the dive helmet and then half the American flag, kind of cool art to hang on your wall. Yeah. Which we love. And then this is Dylan Spencer. He's at EOD. He has this cool like leopard wooden pen, which is amazing. And there's also some other cool stuff on there. We couldn't show everything, but like what I love is Brett Kelly, who's also a Navy EOD. He has like a butcher block. Really awesome stuff. He's got like a charcuterie board. There's cosmetics. There's just a ton of stuff for everybody. And also, my gosh, you guys, I feel like with the 3-day weekend here and it's getting into summer and everyone's able to go out and camp and stuff, we have amazing Icy Tech coolers that have been donated. So keeping your beverage of choice nice and cool. But you guys have to check it out. Like so many supporters, thank you to Icy Tech as well. So many different people have donated. So make sure you go to the website. Like I said, you have until June 4th to do that as well. Brad, do you want to talk about maybe I'm excited about the gala that's coming in October?
So if you're like Jesse and partying is a part of your skill set as well, we're really excited to talk about. We will be going back into person for the October 9th gala out in San Diego. I know for my East Coast brethren and sisters, we're preferential to the East Coast, but we'll be deferring to the sucky coast for one gala real quick in October. Just kidding. I love San Diego. I love San Diego so much.
Amazing. I love it. I told you guys they are so much fun. So I said I've hosted and emceed a lot of events and I really love doing them for the military. It's so great to be like back out there. I wanted to say, Justin, do you have any photos so we can kind of tease them for the Virginia Beach Gala of the past? Oh, great. So you guys are going to see some fun photos. It really is a lot of fun, you guys. We get together, everybody decks out in the 9. So everyone wears like black tie, like ladies come out in the most beautiful dresses. Like, I feel like I'm at the Oscars. Like I said, I'm in Southern California. It feels like I'm at the Oscars or what I would see on TV. So it's a really great opportunity, like Susanna was saying at the beginning, the director of NSOF, to like help us raise money, come out, do a date night, get dressed to the nines. Our Black Tie Gala is going to be in person in San Diego on October 9th, and you guys can register there to purchase a ticket. We had a lot of people like Prodigy Realty and some just really great people who show out in the East Coast. And I am a little scared, I will say, you guys, because I have a lot of friends in the military on the East and West, but the East Coast for partying has set the bar like incredibly high. So like people have bought like tables for like all their friends, or, you know, because it's a donation, it's an amazing dinner. So we've had people like buy tables in groups. We've had people just buy like, you know, a couple table just because they wanted to attend, and then they're at a table with other people. But it's, you know, you don't have to be active duty, although a lot of active duty people come. You can come in uniform. You know, if you're active duty, I just see like everyone's just dressed so nice. So I wanted to say, like, we got to make the San Diego one, as to Brad's point, not the sucky coast.
No, I was totally just joking. We've been excited about a San Diego gala since the very beginning. I know Jesse will attest to this. When we were trying to plan our first gala, we clearly didn't feel like we really knew what we were doing. We leaned heavily on Jesse, who's got a lot of experience in events. But I just got to say, it was an incredible time. It was really awesome to bring everyone together for that night. For the ladies to dress up nice in gowns. They didn't often get an opportunity to do that. For us guys, it was nice to kind of put the uniform in the closet and put on a nice tux. My family all came. My siblings got to come and spend a night with the awesome community. And I remember after we wound down the gala, you know, in typical fashion, we wound up at the bar downstairs, and then we wound up at the bar upstairs. It was just an incredible night, and I'm really looking forward to October. And it's got a special meaning too, coming off of this pandemic. It'll really be the first event that we're able to hold in person. So super excited about that. And if you want more information, please go to nsof.org and check it out.
Awesome. And we're going to wrap up the event now just with some final kind of key things for you guys. So if you guys missed it at the beginning, you guys don't forget. So like Brad was saying, you guys have until Friday, June 4th to do the raffle. You guys can make sure you want to help support us by going to the Go Rally Up Never Forgotten raffle with all these cool different things to bid on as well. And then Brad, when do they have again for the racing if they still want to run?
Yeah, 5K. It goes till Monday, Memorial Day, May 31st. And again, I'll remind you of my pledge for each K registered. So I think we have something over 500. Let's see how high we can push that pledge up for that NSO Memorial as much as possible. And then again, the raffle doesn't go until Friday, June 4th.
I love it. So you guys, and you'll get emailed if you want. And then make sure you guys are hashtagging using the hashtag Never Forgotten 5K. You guys can DM us your photos as well. But we're going to be searching that. We really want to see how did you 5K? Like, what did you paddle it like I did? So we're really excited to show you guys that. And I wanted to also say, Brad, I know you're so great at, like, can you just do a little shout out maybe again to like the people who have been a part of this organization and who have been helping us along the way?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Shout out to Joe Cockrell for kind of founding the whole thing. Major shout out to Susanna and Teresa putting everything together. Major shout out to the folks at Stone Brewing and New Realm for hosting the East Coast and the West Coast gatherings. Shout out to all the raffle donations. I think we've showcased a lot of really hidden talents within the EOD community, and then our extended family with folks like Primal and R3 and so on and so forth. I want to make a quick shout out. I really appreciate the Meadows family being able to come out, and I really appreciate our East Coast community really wrapping their arms around the Meadows family. Our heart goes out to you, and we wish you the best on this Memorial Day. And I'm really glad that you're with us today. So I wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, thank you, Brad. And like Brad said, like, we have so many people who helped to make this event possible. And I was like, I really wanted to make sure we showed his face the man behind the curtain who's been running this. He's done so good, Justin, our Marine Corps veteran. Hey, Justin, can you do a little backstage? I think you earned these crayons.
Guys probably don't really notice it because the show goes off without a hitch, but all of this is really due to Justin putting this whole thing together, and he puts in a lot of time in rehearsals and putting this whole thing together, whether it's making Dragons and Unicorns or the Marvel or DC prep videos and stuff like that. So we're immensely grateful. Again, like, you know, going back to pandemic last year, we don't know where we would have been without Justin. So thank you for helping us kind of adapt and overcome. But more importantly, I think we've really kind of built some cool traditions to move forward. Even when we go back live, I think we should figure out how to incorporate these dynamics in the live events as well. Thanks, Justin.
I love it. Thank you. And I want to say thank you so much to Brad and the Navy Special Operations Foundation for having me every year. I think, I don't know if they're going to ask me back after I said that or did this, and they do. So thank you guys. And if you guys want to stay in touch with any of us, you can follow me on Facebook or Instagram at Jesse Presents. Brad as well on Instagram, and his social media handles at Brad Snyder USA. And if you guys aren't, I know we're showing this on the Facebook Live, so I'm sure you guys know our Facebook handle at Navy Special Operations Foundation, but also make sure you follow us on Instagram at NSO Foundation. And and I think that's kind of, we're going to wrap things up. I will say one thing is for you guys, if you guys didn't see the whole broadcast, you kind of came in late, we're going to put it back and we're going to let it live live. We're going to save it to the Navy Special Operations Foundation. So you could check out everybody's comments as well. And Brad, any final words as we wrap it up?
No, I think we did it. This was a lot of fun. I really appreciate it. And I'll just remind you that you know, if you're catching this broadcast at the very end, you still have until Monday to do your 5K. I'm really grateful for all the sponsors. I'm really grateful for you, Jesse, for co-hosting this. Grateful for Justin for putting it together. Grateful for the NSO team putting on this event. It's really a really cool opportunity for us to come together and remember those we've lost, but also resolve for a better tomorrow. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate the opportunity. Take care.
Thank you guys. See you next time.